The blackness of space stretched endlessly around the Odyssey, a sleek silver exploration ship gliding silently through the Theta 9 sector. Stars shimmered in the distance, but here near the edge of known space, there was nothing familiar. Only the cold silence and the flickering pulse of a red dwarf star. Commander James Voss stood on the bridge, hands behind his back. He was tall, with short brown hair and sharp eyes that missed nothing. Calm and thoughtful, he led with a quiet confidence that made his crew trust him even in deep, uncertain space. "Status report," Voss said. Lieutenant Cara Lynn looked up from her console. "We've entered orbit around the signal source, sir. It's holding steady, still broadcasting in regular pulses. No change." "Visual?" Voss asked. A large object appeared on the central screen. It was shaped like a curved shell, dark gray and covered in faint, glowing lines. It hovered near a cluster of asteroids, unmoving and silent. There were no windows, no engines, nothing that looked human. The bridge went quiet. "Is it a ship?" asked Ensign Drex, the youngest on board. Voss studied it. "Could be. Or a probe. Or something else entirely. We don't assume anything, sir," Lynn said. "The signal, it's not just random. There's structure. Repetition, maybe a code." "Run it through the AI," Voss ordered. "See if it matches any known languages." The crew moved quickly, following his orders. No one spoke much. This was what they had trained for, but no one expected it to actually happen. A real alien signal. A real alien object. The AI's voice echoed across the bridge. "Signal does not match known languages. Pattern detected. Possible communication attempt. Likely intelligent origin." Voss nodded slowly. "Keep analyzing. Let's not rush this." He turned to the crew. "This is first contact protocol. No weapons, no aggression. We observe, we decode, and we respond only if it's safe. Understood?" Everyone responded at once. "Yes, Commander." Voss stared at the strange object again. Something about it felt calm. It wasn't doing anything threatening. It was just there, waiting. "Set a perimeter. Passive scans only," Voss said. "And log everything." As the crew worked, the pulsing light from the object continued, steady and quiet, like a heartbeat. James Voss watched it, feeling the weight of the moment. This could change everything. Humanity had explored deep into the stars, but had never met another mind, until now. He tapped his console and began recording a log. "Commander James Voss. Federation Vessel Odyssey, Theta 9 Sector. We have located an unidentified object of alien origin. It is sending a signal, peaceful in nature, as far as we can tell. Beginning first contact procedures. No response sent yet. Awaiting further analysis." He paused and looked at the object again. "We are not alone." The steady hum of the Odyssey's engines filled the quiet bridge. Outside, the alien vessel remained motionless, its surface pulsing with soft blue and white lights. Inside, the crew worked under a heavy silence, their focus sharpened by awe and tension. Commander James Voss leaned over Lieutenant Cara Lynn's shoulder, watching as the glowing patterns on the screen repeated themselves again. "Still the same?" he asked. "Yes, sir," she replied. "Every cycle is identical. Light bursts in 3, then 5, then 1, then it resets." First looked thoughtful. Could be numbers, could be something else. Dr. Elias Nadir, the ship's language specialist, approached from the side panel. He carried a datapad, eyes wide with curiosity. "I've been running the sequence through linguistic pattern tests," he said. "There's rhythm and repetition, like basic grammar structure. If this is a language, it's extremely advanced, but deliberately simple at first. Like they want us to understand," Voss said. "Exactly." The crew gathered around as Dr. Nadir pulled up a projection of the light pulses. Each flash was tied to a specific frequency and time gap. The pulses began to form shapes, almost like symbols made of light. "Have we tried responding?" asked Ensign Drex. "Not yet," Voss said. "We observe until we're sure it's safe." Suddenly, the pulses changed. "Commander," Lynn called out. signal pattern shifting. Everyone turned back to the screen. The lights now pulsed faster. The rhythm had changed. 2, 4, 2. Then a long pause. Are they reacting to us? Drex asked. No transmissions were sent, said Lin. Nothing active. Only scans. The alien object pulsed again. Then the lights stopped. Silence. No flashing. No signal. Nothing. Did we lose the signal? Voss asked. No, sir, said Lin. The signal is still there, but it's quiet now, like it's watching. Voss's eyes narrowed. Or waiting. The bridge lights dimmed slightly as the ship shifted power to external sensors. The AI's voice echoed through the bridge. Unidentified ships approaching. 6 vessels, speed high, trajectory, direct path to our position. Show me, Voss said. On the view screen, several ships appeared. Rough, angular and heavily armed. Painted black, with red markings across their hulls. Everyone recognized the symbol. Hunter ships. Voss's jaw tightened. Captain Vorn Drax. Moments later, a comm request flashed across the console. Voss nodded to Lin, and the screen opened to a rugged man with a scar across his face, leaning back in a worn captain's chair. His voice was deep and full of mockery. Well, James Voss. Didn't think the Federation would beat me here. This is a restricted research zone, Voss said calmly. You have no clearance to be here. Drax laughed. I don't need clearance to make history. That thing behind you, it's alien, and it's mine. It's not a salvage site, it's an intelligent life form. We're in first contact protocol. Contact, Drax sneered. You don't contact a loaded gun. You disarm it. The transmission cut. Commander, Lin said, they're powering weapons. Voss stood straight. Raise shields. Maintain passive posture. No weapons unless fired upon. What if they hit the alien vessel? Drax asked. Voss looked at the screen. The object was still silent, still watching. Then we protect it, Voss said. The lights on the alien ship flickered back on. Faster, brighter. Commander, Doctor, Nader said slowly. I think they're afraid. Afraid of Drax? Lin asked. Afraid of what humans might do. Voss nodded. Then let's show them who we really are. The hunter ships moved into formation like a pack of wolves. 6 black vessels, bristling with weapons, circled the alien object and the Odyssey. Their engines glowed red, casting a faint light across the void. They weren't here to explore. They were here to conquer. Commander James Voss stood in the center of the bridge, arms folded, his gaze fixed on the main screen. Status? He asked. Lieutenant Lin answered. Shields up. All systems ready. We're not targeting them, but we're locked in case they fire. Good, Voss said. Let's stay calm. No sudden moves. Ensign Drex leaned forward. They're circling the alien ship, Commander. Not us, Voss nodded. They're sizing it up. The alien vessel remained still, but its lights had changed. The soft blue and white pulses were now flickering faster, brighter, like the beat of a nervous heart. Dr. Elias Nadir stared at the display. It's reacting to them. The ship's scared. Aliens can feel fear. Drex asked. If they're intelligent, yes, Nadir said. They can feel fear, just like us. The comm system lit up again. Captain Drax appeared on the screen, grinning. Nice ship you have there, Voss. But you're in the way. You're violating first contact protocol, Voss said, evenly. Stand down and return to neutral space. Drax leaned forward, his tone cold. You think this is a science project? That thing is an alien artifact. It could be a weapon, or a power source. Either way, it doesn't belong to anyone yet, but I'm claiming it. This is a peaceful contact, Voss said. We've received no threat, no hostility. You're wasting time, Drax growled. You sit there trying to talk to a flashlight, while the rest of us move forward. You know what I think, Voss? I think you're scared to make the hard choice. The transmission ended. Commander Lin said quietly. He's charging weapons, targeting the alien vessel. Voss looked back at the screen. The hunter ships had spread out, forming a loose attack pattern around the alien craft. Their cannons glowed faintly, warming up for a strike. "We have to act," Drek said. "We can't let them destroy it." Voss took a deep breath. "Not yet." He turned to Dr. Nadir. "The signal, any progress?" Nadir nodded. "Yes, sir. The pattern has changed again. More structure. It's repeating a phrase now. We believe it says, 'Are you safe?'" Voss's brow furrowed. "That's a question. They're asking us if we're safe," Nadir said. "Or if they are," Lin added. The lights on the alien ship pulsed sharply. Twice, then twice again. The same phrase. "Are you safe?" "They're scared," Nadir said. "They're testing us, watching what we do. And Drax is giving them a reason to fear," Voss muttered. He tapped his console and opened a ship-wide channel. "This is Commander Voss. We are moments away from a possible attack. Maintain positions. No firing unless I give the order." He closed the channel and faced the crew. "We are not here to fight. We are here to show them something different." Outside, the hunter ships finished their formation. Their weapons were hot. The countdown to conflict had begun. And the alien ship waited, silent, watching. The stars stood still. On the bridge of the Odyssey, no one spoke. The tension was thick, like a wire ready to snap. The alien vessel floated silently, still pulsing light, still asking the same question, "Are you safe?" Outside, the 6 hunter ships circled like vultures. Their weapons glowed red-hot, locked onto the alien craft. Inside, Commander James Voss stared at the display. His face was calm, but his mind raced. "Lin," he said quietly, "how long until Drax opens fire?" "Less than 2 minutes, Commander. Maybe less." Voss turned to Dr. Elias Nadir. "Any change in the signal?" Nadir looked up from his terminal. "No. It's repeating the same phrase. I think they're waiting for our answer. They want to know if we are dangerous," Voss said. "Or if we're different." "Commander," Ensign Drex said, "we have to respond. If we wait, Drax will destroy them." Voss nodded. "Agreed." He stepped forward and opened the external broadcast channel. His voice was steady. "To the unknown vessel, this is Commander James Voss of the Federation ship Odyssey. We are peaceful. We seek knowledge. We mean you no harm." He paused, then added, "Yes, we are safe." There was silence. Then the alien lights changed. The pulses slowed. The rhythm softened. A warm white glow moved across the surface of the alien craft like a wave. A message was being sent, not in words, but in feeling. A sense of calm. "They heard us," Dr. Nadir whispered. "They understood." Before anyone could speak again, an alarm rang out. "Missile lock," Lin shouted. "One of the hunter ships has fired." A bright streak shot across space, heading straight for the alien vessel. "Impact in 15 seconds," Lin shouted. Voss didn't hesitate. "Bring us between the alien ship and the missile, now." The crew jumped into action. The Odyssey turned sharply, its engines flaring. The hull groaned under the sudden stress. On the screen, the missile grew larger. 10 seconds. "Raise shields to full," Voss commanded. "Done," Lin confirmed. 5 seconds. The Odyssey slammed into position between the alien vessel and the incoming missile. The screen turned white as the explosion struck their shields. The ship shook violently. Panels sparked. Lights flickered. "Shields holding," Lin called out. "Minor damage to the lower hull. We're okay." Voss gripped the railing. "Status on the alien ship, still intact," Drex said. "It's glowing." On the screen, the alien vessel lit up with a bright blue pulse. It wasn't attacking, it was responding. A wave of energy burst from its surface, silent, clean, and controlled. It passed over the Odyssey like a soft breeze. When it hit the hunter ships, their systems dimmed instantly. "Hunter ships are disabled," Lin shouted. "Weapons offline, engines offline, all 6. Voss watched as Drax's ships drifted, powerless. The alien ship dimmed again, returning to a steady glow. "They protected themselves," Voss said. "But they didn't destroy anyone," Dr. Nadir added. "They gave us a choice. We passed." Silence returned to space. The battle was over. but something bigger had just begun. The Odyssey floated between the silent alien vessel and the disabled hunter ships. The space around them was calm again, but no one on the bridge moved. The crew stared at the screens, trying to understand what had just happened. Commander James Voss stood straight, his hands resting on the railing. His heart was pounding, but his face showed only focus. "Damage report," he said. Lieutenant Lin checked her screen. "Shields took most of the impact. Minor damage to the lower hull. Some fried circuits. Nothing critical." "And the hunter ships?" Voss asked. "Still drifting," Lin replied. "Engines, weapons, and comms completely dead." "They're alive," Ensign Drex added. "But they're stuck." Voss nodded. "The alien ship didn't want to kill, just stop the threat." On the screen, the alien vessel was quiet again. Its lights glowed softly in slow, steady waves. "They reacted to your message," Dr. Elias Natter said, stepping forward. "And to our actions. They saw us defend them. They trusted us," Voss said. "Or started to." The bridge was silent for a moment. Everyone was thinking the same thing. What now? Then the alien ship moved. It shifted slightly in space, turning one smooth arc toward the Odyssey. A new light pattern appeared across its hull, faster, more complex. The pulses stretched out in wide rings, like ripples in water. They moved toward the Odyssey, not as a weapon, but as a signal. "They're trying to say something," Natter said. "It's a new message. Run it through the AI," Voss said. The AI began decoding. The pattern repeated itself 3 times, then paused. Text appeared on the bridge screen. "You chose peace. We see you." More pulses followed. The AI translated again. "You are not alone. We watched. Now we will speak." The bridge crew looked at one another. No one said a word. Then the alien vessel released something. A small object, no bigger than a drone. It floated toward the Odyssey, moving slowly, carefully. "Commander, should we intercept it?" Lin asked. "No," Voss said. "Let it come." The object stopped a few meters from the ship and sent a narrow beam of light toward the Odyssey's main sensor array. Data began streaming in, massive volumes of it. Charts, symbols, maps, unknown languages, strange energy signatures. "It's a data transfer," Natter said. Eyes wide. "This is knowledge. They're giving us everything they can." "Are you recording it?" Voss asked. "Every bit," Lin replied. "This could take hours to fully translate." The alien vessel dimmed again, its lights settling into a calm rhythm. The transfer was complete. The small object backed away and rejoined the alien ship. "They came in peace," Drex said quietly. "And we almost lost it." Voss nodded slowly. "But we didn't." Behind them, Drax's ships remained still, powerless and silent. They had made their choice, and the universe had answered. Commander Voss turned back to the screen and stared at the glowing alien vessel. "We're not just explorers anymore," he said. "We're witnesses, and now we're messengers." The alien ship hovered quietly, glowing softly in the distance. On the Odyssey's bridge, the crew worked silently, their eyes locked on their screens. The alien data continued flowing into the ship's systems, steady, complex, and unlike anything they had seen before. Commander James Voss stood near the front of the bridge, watching the transfer closely. His face was calm, but his mind was racing. They had just made peaceful contact with a non-human species. The moment was historic. "Lieutenant Lin," Voss said, "how much of the data have we received?" "About 70%, sir," she replied, still decoding it. "It's mostly symbolic, no direct language, but it's full of meaning. Star maps, energy systems, even mathematical models." "Anything dangerous?" he asked. Lin shook her head. "No weapons, no threats, just knowledge." Dr. Elias Natter walked over, holding his datapad tightly. His eyes were wide with excitement. "Commander, this is more than a message," Natter said. "It's an invitation." "Explain," Voss said. Natter tapped his screen, pulling up one of the decoded visuals. "Look at this. Star systems we haven't mapped yet. Travel routes we've never seen. They're showing us where they've been, and where they want us to go. Voss stared at the screen. It showed a series of glowing paths between stars, forming a web of connections. At the center was a symbol, 3 lights circling each other. A sign of unity, maybe, or communication. They're opening a door, Voss said quietly, and they want us to step through it. A new alert appeared on the bridge display. Commander, Lynn said, Federation High Command is responding to our report. They've received the live feed. Put it through, Voss said. Admiral Kira Holt appeared on the screen. Her uniform was sharp, her expression serious. Behind her, a wall of command monitors flickered with live updates. Commander Voss, she said, we've reviewed your report. Your actions prevented a conflict and established peaceful contact with an unknown species. That's no small thing. Thank you, Admiral, Voss replied. It wasn't just me. It was the crew. We followed the first contact protocols. And you stood between an alien ship and a missile, she said. That's leadership. She paused, then continued. The Federation will dispatch a science fleet to your location immediately. Your mission is now extended. You are to continue peaceful engagement and share all data with headquarters. Understood, Voss said. Good work, Odyssey. The galaxy just got a lot bigger. The screen went dark. The bridge remained quiet for a moment. Then Ensign Drex broke the silence. Commander, what happens now? Voss turned to the screen where the alien ship still floated, silent and glowing. Now, he said, we listen. We learn. We show them who we are. Outside, the alien vessel pulsed gently, as if waiting. The connection had been made. Trust had begun. Humanity had taken its first real step into a greater universe, not with weapons, but with words and patience. And the stars were listening. The Odyssey floated in silence beside the alien ship, both bathed in soft light from the nearby red dwarf star. The hostile energy of the hunter ships had faded. Drax's fleet remained motionless, their systems still disabled. The threat had passed. Inside the ship, Commander James Voss stood at the window of his private quarters, looking out at the alien vessel. His reflection in the glass was still. The data transfer had ended hours ago, but the meaning of it all was just beginning to take shape. The door chimed. Come in, Voss said. Dr. Elias Nadir entered, holding a tablet filled with decoded information. His face showed quiet wonder. Commander, he said, we've finished translating the last segment. Voss turned. Nadir handed him the tablet. It's a message. A clear one this time. I think they waited until they trusted us enough to share it. Voss read the words on the screen. We have seen your kind from afar. Some destroy, some build. You chose to protect. So we will speak. This is the beginning, not the end. He looked up. This changes everything. Yes, Nadir said. They've given us knowledge, maps, and what looks like clean energy systems. But more than that, they've given us a connection. Voss nodded slowly. A way forward. He walked back to his desk and opened his mission log. The crew had done their part. He had done his. And now the responsibility to carry this moment forward rested with them all. Log entry, Commander James Voss. Final report. This is Commander Voss, Federation Ship Odyssey, Theta 9 Sector. We have made peaceful contact with an alien intelligence. We protected them when others chose to attack. In return, they shared with us knowledge far beyond our understanding. Maps to unknown places. Technology that could help worlds. But the most important thing they gave us was trust. In this galaxy, filled with fear and conflict, they saw something else in us, a choice. We chose peace. And that choice opened a door. The message is clear. We are not alone. And now, we are being watched not with caution, but with hope. This mission is no longer just exploration. It is diplomacy. It is the start of something greater. To the stars ahead, we go not as conquerors, but as listeners, learners, and guardians of peace. Later on the bridge, the alien ship began to move. Slowly, silently, it turned away from the red dwarf and started its journey into the darkness beyond. No words, no sound. Just one final pulse of white light, gentle and calm. What does it mean? Drex asked. Voss smiled slightly. Goodbye for now. The crew stood and watched until the ship was gone. Then Voss turned to them. We set a new course. We follow the maps they gave us. We keep the promise we made. A promise? Drex asked. Voss nodded. To be the kind of humans worth discovering. The stars ahead glittered with promise. The universe had spoken, and humanity had answered.